And today is also the anniversary of Ishu Dadi. How many of you knew Ishu Dadi well? Wow, a good number. Out of the Dadis, she was actually on the one side very visible, but on the other side totally incognito, because her role was secretary to Brahma Baba, and when she went away on service, she missed Brahma Baba so much that she got sick. And the students wrote to Baba saying, Baba, please call her back to Madhuban, she can't survive here. So she came back to Madhuban, and she was the one stable person in Madhuban. Everybody else coming and going, but she was there all the time. She was not just Baba's private secretary, totally private. She was the one who received the letters and read them to Baba, but she was also the one who was the treasurer of the yajna, totally confidential and totally altruistic. There was no motive that she had for herself on any level. And so the trust that everybody had in her right until the end was incredible. She saw the yajna go from a few paisa in Baba's Pandara to the turnover of the yajna, which you can imagine now is huge. So right from the very early days in Pandav Bhavan, in that little cottage which is where Baba's room is, to Shantivan and the huge expansion of the yajna. And if you wrote a letter to Ishu Dadi, you knew that it would be relayed accurately to Brahma Baba, but also you knew that whatever Brahma Baba wanted to say, she would take that absolutely as it's meant. No addition, no subtraction. Baba's pure words. And of course sometimes Baba would himself write, but very often it would be, Ishu, tell them this, tell them that, tell them the other. But, and when Baba would write, very few people could read his writing. Many of you have seen Baba's writing, right? There was a big scroll, dots and dashes, which was anyway with the Sindhi languages. But Baba's was, within a few words, Baba would have covered the little notebook. And she was then the one who would, in impeccable, beautiful blue ink, write between Baba's words, whether it was in Sindhi. Even the Sindhi walas couldn't read Baba's Sindhi, so she would sometimes write that again in Sindhi, or she would write it in Hindi. And so, a very amazing role. But she never ever took a class until just a few years before Dadi left. Dadi insisted on having her accompany her to all the different places she was going in Madhuban. She'd go here, she'd go there, to that department, and she'd pull Ishu Dadi with her. And then she'd absolutely persuade her to say something, because she was so shy, she didn't want to speak. But many sweet memories of Ishu Dadi. And she was the one who was on guard duty in the afternoon. She didn't go to sleep in the afternoon. She would be there watching what's going on in the yajna. And you knew if Ishu Dadi was sitting there, nothing was a secret. She would see everything, know everything, and would put it right if it needed to be sorted out. But also, I only remembered that there was a major historical moment on the 5th of May when I started getting WhatsApp messages, and that was the transition from Karachi to Abu. And incredible. I hadn't meant to be telling you all these things, but it's emerging. But it's incredible how God is totally in charge of the yajna. Anyone have a question about it?